THURS. There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another live stream. I hope you are all doing really well and that you're all having a good day and that life is treating you well. We are here. We're live. We're ready to go. I am really excited, and I'm trying something new today, which I've never done before, which I'm hoping will maybe introduce something interesting. Yes, for some of you who are more observant, I put my old microphone back. I do prefer this microphone to the other one that I had been using, the white one, and I definitely prefer it to the Rode microphone, although I have been toying with the idea of maybe putting the Rode microphone this close to my mouth and just really lowering the amplification on it, so that way I can still get this warm sound, because it is more directional, but it is dynamic, so it picks, or it is a condenser microphone, so it does pick up more. This picks up a lot less, so I kind of like the more silence in this microphone, and I like the radio broadcast feeling. And so we are here, we're live, we're gonna continue with Power World. I don't really feel like playing anything today. I had been toying with the idea of maybe doing some, oh, what would you call it? Not what would you call it, what is it called? I was toying with playing some Resident Evil, but I was like, nope, I'm tired, I'm feeling lazy, I'm not gonna play any Resident Evil. So, we're not playing Resident Evil, I'm gonna do some Power World. But here's the exciting thing that I'm trying today, which I just realized was a thing, which I know it's been a thing for a little bit now, but I just realized it's a thing. I am streaming vertically on YouTube, which is something I haven't done yet, and I wanted to see how it would be, because it's, apparently it pushes more vertically because the algorithm is trying to get more people to watch YouTube Shorts, and so they're pushing YouTube Shorts a lot more, and so vertical streams are also getting pushed a lot more. So I'm trying to see if going vertically is going to be more enticing for people. Maybe more people will watch the stream. Anybody who is watching vertically, because it is two separate streams, anybody watching vertically, you can check my page and you should see that I'm live horizontally as well, so you can see the full screen if that's what you want. But I'm not live on TikTok today. I want to see what happens if I don't go live on TikTok. So I'm live on Twitch and YouTube. I'm live on YouTube twice. We'll see how this works out. We'll see if it's actually like a decent experience. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not 100% convinced that this is going to be something useful. TikTok has been somewhat useful because people who see me live on TikTok will see me live and hop over to YouTube. So I'm not sure really. But we'll see. We'll see. So we're gonna play some Power World. I've just been kind of wasting time on it. The last stream we did with Power World, I had made some advancements. Somebody had popped into the chat and they were helping me a little bit with kind of guidance on what to do. And so we were making some advancements, but I had things to do, so I ended up quitting and moving on because I had to do stuff with my day. And yeah, so right now, for those who have never caught my stream before, I usually like to chat for a little bit at the beginning of the stream before I hop in and actually play. Giving a chance to people to pop in and say hello. And yeah, what do you mean sign in to chat? Let me in. Oh man. Okay, so I can't see the chat that way. Alright, that's fine, I'll just do this one. I'll just do what I've always done. Yeah, so we are, so I usually chat for a little bit. I give a chance for people to come in who like to watch the channel and haven't had a chance to know that I'm live. And so I usually talk for a little bit, give a little bit of an update of what's going on in my life, or what I've been up to, or what the plan is for today. Like I said, doing some Power World today, which should be really fun. Give me a second. Yeah, so I usually chat a little bit at the beginning and talk about my plans or what I've been doing. So I had a 3-day weekend, which was great. I didn't go live yesterday, but I finished my Minecraft video recording. It's a much shorter recording than I usually do. Usually I get like a minimum of 4 hours. Yesterday's recording was only an hour and a half, and I did about a half an hour before, so I've only got about 2 hours of footage, but I can't do more. Spoiler alert for anybody. The Darkest Fog, hello, how are you? I'm doing really well. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. So, bit of a spoiler warning for the Minecraft videos. this video that I just recorded is my second to last video for the series. And so I had to stop because if I continued, it would have made the next video even shorter and it wouldn't have been enough. So I decided to cut it off and leave it right before I take the final step. And so I only have like maybe 2 hours of footage. So it's going to be a hard video for me to edit because there was a lot that I didn't say anything for because it was a lot of just travel. But I'll try to figure out how I can cut it together. If the video turns out to be way too short, then I'm going to just record the ending and have this be the finale. But we'll see. I'm already planning what the next video is going to be, so don't worry, the series is not over. But while doing that, I should probably check it just to double check so I don't sound like a complete idiot. You're doing well? Just got from walking with one of the family dog. Nice. How's the weather where you are? Okay. So I just found out that you only need 50 subscribers to go live. I had no idea. I thought I needed to go live. I needed 1,000 to go live, like back when I started streaming. So, or no, when I started streaming, there wasn't a requirement at all. You could just go live. Then they upped it to 1,000, and I thought it was still that. So knowing that it's just 50, that's good because obviously I'm live on YouTube right now. But the idea would be nice. We win. So I am actually live on YouTube, but I'm also live on YouTube vertically. I'm not live on TikTok today. I decided to go live vertically on YouTube. I want to see how that works. But yeah, I just found out that you only need 50 subscribers on YouTube to go live, which is really exciting because I did not know that. And for those who don't know, I have a Minecraft channel, which I was just talking about, where I only play Minecraft. I don't show my face. I do it a la like Hermitcraft, I don't know, Dream, I guess. I know he's kind of problematic, but I'm just using the example of like the how there's no camera, it's just a voice and the character. And so now that I know I can go live there, I'm tempted to go live on that channel when I do resource gathering videos, or like when I'm doing resource gathering that I'm not filming. I could do that on stream. I've only got like 130 subscribers, but hey, you never know, right? That might actually help. Yeah, I'm live vertically as well. So you know the way that TikTok goes live and how they have YouTube shorts that are similar to TikTok? There's an experimental feature where they are pushing that for people to watch your live stream. So I wanted to see if that's gonna, you know, have any effect on how many people are watching. So pretty exciting, pretty exciting. Oh, nice, Darkest Fog. Nice. I'm glad that the weather's pretty good. Right now, from what I can see out the window, it's really sunshiny outside. I don't actually know if it looks nice outside, but I don't know if it actually is nice outside, but it looks nice. I work night shift, so I just got up like 2 hours ago. Anyways, I'm gonna get started. We're gonna play some. I was gonna say we're gonna play some Darkest Fog. We're gonna play some Power World. We'll get started with that and see how it goes. I brought my old microphone back, so this camera angle might be a little bit weird. Like right now, my face is fully covered, but I'm also leaning and sitting sideways. I'm gonna straighten out, and half my face is gonna be covered still, but we're gonna try. I like you regular. I like to be regular too. That's why I eat my whole grain wheat. But yeah, I'm trying the vertical thing. I wanted to see how it would be because apparently YouTube is kind of using the old algorithm that they had when I first blew up on YouTube, where they're pushing your stream a lot more vertically. And so I'm live on both, vertically and not vertically. And I just want to see how it works. I want to see if it actually does a good job. So we'll see. I'm gonna go for double. Now, just make sure you're gentle. Lube it up a little bit. No. But apparently it's experimental. Not everybody has access to it. So you may not see the vertical page. You may only see the horizontal page. So just kind of keep an eye out. Anubis, hello, how's it going? Welcome, how are you today? So let me switch cameras and I guess, oh, I better start the game before I switch cameras. I don't want you like looking at the picture of myself on my desktop background. I'm kidding, it's not a picture of me, it's just in case my like username pops up or something. Nice, Anubis. I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad you're doing well. Okay, game seems to be working. Switch scenes. Let's shut Spotify up. Okay. Okay. There we go. All right, so we are live now, and hopefully everything is working the way it's supposed to. I hope it is anyway. I don't know. Let's do this. So yeah, I need to rearrange this microphone. I'm gonna put it on the other side next time. I didn't want to tear everything apart right as I was about to go live. So it's been a few days since I've played this. I can't remember what I was doing. I know we were like fixing stuff and building stuff and whatnot. Are you stuck again? Where are you? There you are. Can I feed you then? How do I feed you? What's the button? Open menu. Feed. Let's give you one of these. You're trying so hard. Don't try so hard. Sometimes gentle is a nice way to go. So yeah, I don't remember what we're actually doing. I know we explored a little bit. I know I leveled up. Was I gonna build something? Is that what I was gonna do? Oh, I built the workbench, but all it did was give me more of the same stuff I've always had, so that doesn't help. The big dinosaur? Yeah, it's really cute. It's really cute. It's like a cuter Charizard. Oh, yeah. I needed the musket, which I need 25 ingots for, which I don't have. So let's go get some ingots. That's what I was doing, I'm pretty sure. So we'll go get some ore. Oh, I have the chat covered. I can't see the other chat. Where's the other chat? Get out of here. Get out of here. I got too much stuff on my screen. There we go. One is better. Hello, welcome. I don't know, Mr. Babbitt. I don't know. I'm old. I don't know what that meme is. Mr. FOV, how's it going? You built your main base there too? How you doing, man? How's life? How are things going? This game is a lot quieter than the other one was. Okay. Inflammation just because you're working out those glutes, Weewin? Is that why? Oh my gosh. Of course, Mr. FOV. It can never be straightforward, right? It can never just be, you know, just get your car back and everything's good. There's always got to be new problems. 60 bucks isn't too bad. It's still 60 bucks that would be nicer not to spend. Oh, I don't want to be raided. If it was like a stream raid, sure, but not this kind of raid. Ain't nobody got time for that. All right, let's go fight. One is better. I don't know if you know this or not. I've been streaming for a really long time, and I just ignore spammy, trolly, time-wasting messages. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. You kind of don't want the car to all of a sudden fishtail into a... What the heck? Into like a weird position. No. Oh! Where's the... Attack aggressively. No, they're all getting ready to fight, so let's go. Let's do it. Why is my message just like freaking out that they're eating berries? The game is freaking out. You're really bad at being a troll, you know that? One is better. You're not very good at being a troll. You gotta work on that. Stuck in the middle of the road. They're all stress eating. You're right. They're all freaked out and eating because they're so stressed out. Okay, let's go get some more iron. Or more, whatever this stuff's called. Ore, so we can build more. Okay. The fluids in your stomach area have gone a bit more. Oh, okay, we win. Now, is it fluids as in like you're just eating so it's water weight, or is it fluids as in like you're discharging and building up fluid in that area? I want to check something. I want to check something real quick. YouTube. My channel. Does it not show me? Does it not shush me? Get out of here. So, does it not show me? Doesn't show it anymore, I guess. It doesn't show. Did they stop using the ability to see that? Did they stop using? Oh, shush me. Weird. They used to. I guess they don't anymore. Justice World, thank you so much for the sub over on YouTube. I really appreciate that. Sorry, I'm just looking right now. There is... So it's telling me I've got 4 viewers. On Restream, I see 3 on YouTube, 2 on Twitch. But I'm also... I can't see it, but I'm wondering if the other stream, the vertical one... Oh, no, it does. It's separate counts. Cool. So... Not bad. Okay, cool. All right. Sorry, I was distracted. I'm trying... So for those who are just kind of joining in, I'm live vertically on YouTube, but I'm also live horizontally on YouTube. I'm live twice. But I'm also live on Twitch, which is where I usually go live. But I'm trying to see how it works. And... Uh-oh. And apparently it counts them separate because they are 2 separate streams. And apparently YouTube is pushing vertical streams a little bit more right now. And so I wanted to see if it would make a difference. And it seems to be making a difference because right now on Restream, it counts 5 viewers between Twitch and YouTube. But I've also got 8 on my vertical one. So 13 viewers. It's better than what I've been doing when I'm just on TikTok. Because on TikTok, I'll get like 2 or 3 people watching. 1 or 2 sometimes. And then I'll get like 8 or 9 on Twitch and YouTube combined by the end of the stream. So if this is what's actually happening... this may be a better choice for me for now. This may be something a little bit better for now. I think water weight. I ate a bit more salty foods and pizza in the past 2 weeks. Yeah, that could be the difference. Now, just be careful, Weewin, that you're not going to obsess with it. Because remember, weight fluctuates, right? You're going to be up and down all the time, up to 5 pounds. It could even happen daily, but you can fluctuate up to 5 pounds weekly, no problem. So just be a little bit careful that you don't freak out. And then start to control your eating so much that it becomes unhealthy. You know what I mean? You built your safe spot, your base in the safe spot. So many people, Mr. FOV just said the same thing. It's because we all know this is the best place to build your base, apparently. Apparently, we've all decided that. Your stomach is more round currently. But the same applies, right? The same idea applies. If you're watching it, like the 5 pounds, you will go up and down all the time. So you don't want to be too picky about it, because like drinking teas for inflammation, not exactly a healthy path to go down, because it's very easy. And I'm not saying that what you're doing is unhealthy. It's very quickly, like it's a path that you can quickly go down, that you start to micromanage everything you do, and then it turns into an eating disorder, and you don't want to end up down that road. Because once you're down that road, it's very, very hard to get away from it. Ty, how's it going? Welcome. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Oh, I meant to text you back, dude. I don't think that day is gonna work. Because I just got an email about an audition that I have that week, and I really, really need to get stuff together because it's for a professional concert, and I really need to kind of like pull it together to do okay in the audition. It's a Tuesday that feels like a Monday. I just watched a video. That guy that went viral because he looks older than he is, the one that's like, come here, let me tell you about this. And then he talks in the mirror. He just did an interesting video about days off. And he talked about, like, he stitched somebody else's video, but he talked about how having Monday off is nicer than having Friday off. Because when you have Monday off, you had a longer weekend. And on your Monday, you feel like it's your day off. And so you go in on Tuesday, which actually feels like a Monday. And then you go Wednesday, which feels like a Tuesday. Then Thursday, which feels like a Wednesday. And then Friday, your last day of work, still feels like a Thursday. So then the Saturday comes in and you're like, oh, it feels like I had an extra day off because it really does feel like Friday. So then you almost, like, your body almost feels like you had 2 days off, even though you only had one. Whereas when you have Friday off, it's like your week got cut off early, sure. But then Monday you go in and then your week feels extra long because the next week is extra long and it kind of sucks. And that's definitely how I'm feeling right now. Yeah, him. You get all the snacks in so you don't feel like binging. Good. Well, just because you've already got that in your history, then definitely be super careful about watching your body like that. Because that's how it started for me. It's not fun. Okay, how many... Do I have enough yet? I do, yes! Yes, I'm just playing the basic game right now. I don't, I haven't spent a lot of time, like, looking into the game or anything, or, like, what can be done or can't be done, so I'm literally just playing the base survival mode of the game. Wouldn't that be wonderful? They've done so many studies where even just working 4 days a week instead of 5 days a week is, like, huge for people's motivation and for their mental health, and even production quality goes up. I'd be okay with that. Like, let us work Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, Friday. Give us the Wednesday off to break up the week, and then give us Saturday, Sunday off so we have a weekend. Wouldn't that be wonderful? I would love that. Because then it really only feels like I only have to work 2 days in a row. That would be amazing. That would be so nice. Come on. This looks kind of... Look, it's like behind me. It's like, yeah. All I have to add is... Do you want that wool? Then work for it. We've got a musket now, everybody. We've got a musket. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. I can't believe I just did that joke. Dude, why aren't you eating? Like, eat. I like to play games in the base mode before I do anything else, because it's just I want to see how the game is meant to be played, what they want you to experience, and it's usually balanced well enough that you can learn the game without feeling on edge the whole time. Because if I'm going to change settings, I don't like to change them to make the game easier. I like to change them to make the game harder, and so I like to play the base mode so I can see what the game should be like. And then when I go back and replay it, I'll up the difficulty in whatever way I need to. Because I'm old school. I'm old. So I like traditional gaming. And I like difficulty. I like games to be hard. That being said, this game I bought on a whim just because it was going viral. And I've been playing it a lot on stream, but I only play it because I feel lazy. That's the only reason I've been sticking to it. I would have probably been done by now. Like I've already gotten a little bit bored of the game, and so, and not that it's a bad game. It's just I personally need games that kind of give me goals and tell me, hey, you need to do this, and this doesn't. And so I'm a little bit bored of it. But for example, today I wanted to play Resident Evil. I'm feeling kind of lazy. So I was like, no, I don't want to stand, because I'm playing Resident Evil 4 in VR. And I was like, no, I don't want to stand up and play in VR and get in a hot room and have it be like gross and stuffy in here. So I was like, never mind. I'll just play it a different day. So, although now that I'm sitting here thinking, I probably should have played it today, because tomorrow I'm supposed to go see Kendra and work. And so I'm going to be too tired to do it tomorrow. Oh well, too late now. It makes my knees hurt. I do have a dedicated Minecraft channel, but I gave myself a goal in that game of never leaving the chunk. That was my dedicated goal, to not leave the chunk. But that's also why I didn't play Minecraft originally, because I was like, I don't want to play this game because there's nothing to do. That seems to not have helped. Okay, well, let's feed you one of these roasted chickens. I mean, you're kind of fed to the middle, but let's do one more. What bad working conditions? What's wrong with you? Look, we got 2 saunas, you got a bed. I know you need a comfortable bed. I know you need a comfortable bed. You can't go in the hot spring? Are you too fat for the hot spring, dude? I'm sorry, buddy. Where'd you go? I don't know where he went, but oh well. Why are you standing on top of that thing? Okay, so... You're just not interested. I don't blame you, because then you get started in something else and you're going to leave it halfway because you have to do that game. So I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Yeah, I was thinking about doing the breeding farm. My thing is I don't enjoy the base building aspect of this game. Not the base building, the base management aspect. I like base building. I don't like this whole, like, he's hungry, he's feeling down, bad working conditions. I don't like that stuff because I don't have the patience to try to figure out what it all means. So, like, the breeding farm, I was thinking about doing it. And then I was just like, no, because I don't want to figure it out. I don't want to work with it. Do you know what I mean? Is this the breeding farm? I don't even know if this is the breeding farm. I have no idea. But yeah, I don't have the patience for that stuff. I hate that stuff. It was like, yeah, it's the breeding farm. See, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing with this. It was the same thing with like Assassin's Creed when they added like the strategic like war scenario stuff you had to do. Instantly, I stopped playing. I was like, nope, not interested in that whatsoever. It's just not my gameplay style, if that makes sense. What are you making for lunch, Weewin? Okay, how do I make bullets? Ingot and gunpowder. Okay, how do I make gunpowder? Charcoal. Gunpowder is used in ammunition. Can be made at high quality workbench. Okay, well, let's make some charcoal then. What do I need? Oh, just wood. Okay. I immediately ruin it by going to the store and buying junk. That's my bad habit too. That's my bad habit too. Hello. There we go. That's working now, right? I think. Okay. It muted for some reason. Not muted. The app crashed for some reason. But it didn't actually give me a warning that it crashed. This is why I stopped using the Go XLR, folks. I've been using the Go XLR for years, and it has turned to ever since they announced that they're not going to be a company anymore. I don't know if they actually finally closed down, but ever since then, it has completely fallen apart. The hardware that makes the sound is wonderful, but the hardware that, like, the physical buttons and connection is horrendous, and the software is horrendous. Because right now, it crashed without telling me. And after crashing, it's not showing up on my sound table stuff. Like, I can't see it. It's literally just like it's just not there. Even though it was like 5 minutes ago. And now it's just not there. Oh, I was just saying it sounds delicious. That was all I had said, that it sounded delicious. And then I was talking about the picking animals up and stuff is not as easy in this game as it used to be. But before, they used to get in the way, so when you tried to interact with things, you would pick animals up by accident. But that was really weird. I don't know what happened. But for some reason, I can't see the broadcast channel thing. Yeah, the broadcast is gone. Which is so weird. I have sample on TC Helicon. That's all I have is sample. And it crashed for some reason. That's so weird. That is so weird. Yeah, I just don't have the money. The one that I want is the road one. But the road one... I'll get back to the game in just a second. Give me a second. What is it called? I don't even know what it's called. The Roadcaster is $700. The Elgato Wave XLR is $219, but I kind of want the Rode one. Rode Streamer X is $449, so $500. I don't have $500. Beacon has one for $260. So it would be between Rode, the Rodecaster X, or X Streamer, sorry, the Rode X Streamer, the Beacon, or the Elgato. But the Elgato one is literally just a knob with an XLR input. I mean, I have the Maono mixer, but I didn't really like that one. I wasn't a big fan of that one. I have $50. No, don't worry about it, Weebin. Don't worry about it. I'll just have to deal with this. If it does it again during this stream, then I'm just going to go back to using the other microphone I was using before. Which... it doesn't sound bad. I might even just end up going with the other microphone anyway. It doesn't sound bad. It's just not great. It is what it is, you know? It just is what it is. There's not much I can do about it. I don't have the money for it. I mean, I could put it on my credit card, but I don't really want to do that. I don't want to. I don't want to do that. Wait a minute. That's the gun one. Is it this one? It is this one. Okay. Because, like, I like this microphone. My plan is to actually paint this microphone white. I want to buy a can of spray paint, and I want to, like, tape up all the grills and then paint it white. I am going to lose the Rode logo, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. And I'm gonna paint this thing white so it can go back to being a white setup, because I love this microphone. I think this microphone is amazing. I just stopped using it because it's black. And I have, like, a whole white setup now, and I really want this to be white as well. So I'm going to paint it. But for the time being, if this is still giving me problems, then I'm going to end up plugging in my Rode video mic again. And I'll just use it like this, like real close to my mouth, and just turn down the volume a whole bunch so it's not staticky or anything. You like it because I sound like this. Yeah, and that was the thing. I was listening back to my Minecraft videos. Because I watch the Minecraft videos as I post them, right? Like, I post the video, and then I watch it afterwards just to see how it sounds, see how it looks on YouTube and everything. Then after a couple of days, I watch it again just to, like, have a fresh feel of it. And, you know, try to get an idea of what it sounds like. And I really, really noticed, because I went back, and I watched the whole series from beginning to end, from beginning till now, and you can hear the quality drop when I switched microphones. And so I definitely love how this one sounds. The Go XLR makes this one sound really nice. That's why I want to go with the Rode mixer, because the Rode mixer is made to work with the Rode microphones. So I'm sure it will sound really nice with that as well. I just can't afford $500 for a mixer because I'm not really making money as a streamer right now, so I can't justify it. Like, I could afford it, but I can't justify it because right now I'm not making money doing this. Shiver. Yeah, shiver me timbers. Shiver me timbers. You make my tortilla quiver. But, yeah. And today I plugged in the Go XLR because I don't like how the other microphone sounds when it's so far away. and right away, I even put it on a different table so that way I don't touch it by accident and turn it off. And it's still turned off on its own. Like, so annoying. So annoying. I want to see how my stream looks on my own phone. Yeah, that actually looks pretty nice. You know what? That's not bad at all. I will absolutely take that as a upgrade. Not bad at all. It looks pretty good. I'm a little bit overexposed. Exposed. A little bit overexposed. There. What? What did you do to get a $400 ticket from a traffic camera, dude? Okay. Who can work on this? Handiwork. Do I have any Pokemans that can do handiwork? You know what, dude? Are you hungry? No, you're not hungry. Who's hungry? Who's hungry? This one? I don't know who's hungry. The hungry logo's still there, and I don't know why. All right, let's switch some of these folks around. Who has handiwork? You know what? Let's get you out of here. And let's put a handy worker in. Let's put you in. Oh, wait, no, you're still over full. Never mind, you're still useless. Handiwork. Then I'll... Come here. You up? What? That's insanity. That is insanity. Wow, that is horrible. So, I don't know how the ones here work, but I know when they were talking about putting them up, like in different places, they were talking about how it was supposed to be like a set number of dollars per kilometer over. And so, like, my understanding, it was going to be something like $5 per kilometer that you go over. So if you're like 10 over, it would be like $50. But then if you're like it was gonna be like in stages, so like the first like 5 kilometers it's at this price, when you go past the first 5 then it's at this price per kilometer, and like as you go up it goes higher. Fingers crossed it's not that high. I think it would be really unreasonable for it to be $400 for 10 over. Yeah, no surprise. So hopefully it's not gonna be that insanely expensive for 10 over, but we'll see. Because, like, I've gotten tickets for going 25 over from a proper cop, and my ticket was, like, $150. That's so ridiculous. That's so ridiculous. Okay. how many bullets do I actually have now? Only 34. Wow, that is quite slow. What are you guys doing? When I'm standing there, you guys get to work? Wow, you guys are lazy. You guys are lazy. Whoa. You can argue. I can't. I've never gotten a break from a ticket. Ever. So to me, either way would be the same situation in my case. But I can understand where you're coming from for sure. Yep. I didn't want to say it in those words, but yep. Because I've never, ever gotten a break. I had a cop accuse me of trying to run him over once. Forgot that I picked up a bunch of coarse ammo through the time that I've been playing. Yeah, I was driving and he did like a speed trap, so he was like hiding and like pointing his gun at the top of a hill. And then he stood in the middle of the road with big glasses, and it was like 8 or 9 cars. I was just on the front left side. And he had these big thick glasses on that you couldn't see his eyes, and he was just pointing to the side. And so like I slowed down, but I didn't fully stop because there was like 8 cars around me. And then I went, me or them? And then he just kept pointing to the side. I was, me or them? And everybody else was slowing down. And then eventually he like slammed, like he slapped like the hood of my car, and then like he walked up to the car, slammed it, and then pointed. And when I went over, he freaked out, saying I tried to hit him, that I was attempted murder, and he was gonna take me to jail, and blah blah blah. And I was like, dude, I was slowing down because everybody was slowing down, but you're standing in the middle of the road and I'm on the left lane and you're just pointing to the side. How am I supposed to know it's me? I didn't say that because obviously my skin color would land me in jail for talking like that to a cop. But it was very much a, you're acting like I was running you over at 50 kilometers an hour and you have to, you're acting like the Acorn cop at this point. Cops have never, ever given me a break. And like I said, I got accused of trying to murder one because I didn't come to a complete stop when he was standing in the middle lane and I'm on the left lane. I was supposed to know he was trying to get me to stop. Needless to say, I got a $250 ticket for going 5 over. Yeah, that's never happened. That's never happened to me. I've already told this story where I was driving in Fort Erie. For those who don't know, Fort Erie is like the town that's right at the border of the states, and it's a lot of farmland. And I was driving, and I'm with a phone company that doesn't have a lot of coverage in that area. So I was driving, I had fallen behind at work, and it was like 11:15 and I was trying to get home, and my little light came on that I had no gas. I had like 15 kilometers left in my tank and I was about 45 kilometers from home. And so I was like, okay, I need to get gas. So I type in my GPS where the nearest gas station is. It was like 8 kilometers away. Drive to the gas station, it's closed. Type in the next one, drive to it, it's closed. Now my gas meter says 0 kilometers left in my gas tank. So I type one more in, and it says it's closing at midnight, and it is now 11:45. So I've got 15 minutes to get there, and I'm on 0. So I'm driving out in the middle of nowhere. I have no phone signal, because as soon as I start driving, I reach an area where there's no phone signal. And now I'm starting to panic, because I've got 0 on my gas tank. It's a few kilometers away. I think it was something like 10 kilometers away. And so what I do is I'm speeding up, and then I shut my car off and just let it coast as long as possible. And then when it's almost at a complete stop, I would turn it back on, speed up again, and let it coast. And then the cop saw me, pulled me over. I pull over, and I shut the car off right away. And then he tells me that I am stunt driving because I'm going way too quickly on that road. So I tell him the situation. I show him my phone that I have no signal. I turn on my car. He sees that it says I've got no gas. And then I tell him the gas station that is literally in eyesight closes in like 5 minutes. I am trying to get there before my car shuts off, because if it does, I have no way of getting home right now. And so he follows me to the gas station. As I am pulling into the gas station, the car shuts off because it runs out of gas. And so I go and I put gas. I walk up to the cop and I'm like, the car actually shut off. Like, I literally just made it. He still gave me a $150 ticket. And when I said, but it was an emergency, like I wasn't stunt driving because I wanted to stunt drive. I'm like, dude, I'm in scrubs. I don't even have a winter jacket. It is negative 27 outside. I'm just trying to avoid being stuck in a car in the cold in the middle of the night with no phone signal. I would have had to walk for kilometers to get a phone signal because I still don't have one now. Nope. You're getting a ticket. Don't worry about it. It won't affect your insurance. Yes, it will. And it did. The dude was a douche. Like, no break, despite it being an emergency in the middle of the night with the last gas station in town, as I have no gas and my phone is dead. Or phone has no signal. Nope. Nope, you're not getting a break. I think if any circumstance would have deserved a break, it should have been that. His break to me was, well, you were stunt driving. I should actually impound your car. And if anybody finds out I did this, I could get fired. Fuck you, dude. No way. No way. Yeah, you could get fined or fired if you were doing something because I was actually racing and stunt driving and doing something dangerous and you let me go. It was an emergency, man. You have the discretion to be like, you know what? It's an empty road in a farm town. There's nobody around and you were in an emergency state. Okay. Nope. Nope. Exactly. Exactly. So, for me, I can't argue out of it. All right. See you later, Ty. See you later. Good luck in your meetings. I hate meetings. I hate them so much. Oh, I wanted to empty my inventory. I forgot. I got pulled over once in 18 years, and it was because I had my fog lights on the front. Really? Really? I didn't know that. I mean, the laws are different here than they are there. It's like in the States. Back in the day. Now it's pretty much standard. But back, long time ago, they used to... Like, in Canada, you would have to turn on your headlights to drive. And there were daytime running lights. And in the States, you weren't allowed to have your lights on. Or you didn't have to have your lights on during the day. And so for a while... You would go to the States as a Canadian and you would be getting like flashes all the time because your lights were on. But in Canada, your car just turned them on when you turned the car on. And so Americans didn't understand that, and they would high beam all the time when you were in the States because your lights were on. And it was really interesting to watch how that was a thing. Here, everybody drives with their fog lights on. It's no big deal. But if you turn on your high beams, that you can get pulled over for. But he had his driver's license 7 years before me. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I know here it's okay, but you could have just had a jerk cop just trying to get a ticket. Because some cops, like, I don't know how it is there, but here, you have to like get a certain amount of tickets, or else it's not that they're gonna be like you're fired for not giving enough tickets, but they'll be like, well, you're not paying enough attention. We know how many tickets should be in a month, and you should be meeting that quota. And so like, cops will find reasons to give tickets just so they don't get in trouble for not giving enough tickets. So it could have been a cop that was doing something like that, if that is a thing where you're from. But yeah, very frustrating. Very, very frustrating when that kind of situation happens. I've gotten a few tickets. I have a heavy foot. I definitely have driven too fast a lot of the time I've been driving. But that's what frustrated me about this whole thing is like, ever since the insurance became mine, I have worked really, really, really hard to make my history better as a driver. And this cop just set me back another 4 years. It's so frustrating. Heavy snowfall or rain. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that technically that's how it is here. But everybody just drives with them on all the time anyway. And cops have never really done anything about it. I don't have fog lights, but I have always liked when my cars have fog lights because I do like to drive with them on all the time. 30, 23, 32. You know what? Let's keep exploring this area. Come on. Go. There you go. But yeah, I like how cars look with fog lights. I'm always excited when a car has fog lights. I was really disappointed in my car because every website that talks about what my car has, like my level of car has, they all come with fog lights. Mine doesn't, and I'm really upset. It's same with the rims. Every website shows my car with the nicer rims, and I do have nicer rims than the basic model, but not as nice as the rims that are supposed to be on my model. They're like the in-between rims. It really bugs me because I've got all the other features of the upgraded model that makes it the upgraded model, except for the fog lights and the nice rims. Such a bummer. First world problems, 100%, but still. I would have liked to have the fog lights. Yep, I understand that, Weewin. My car was like that. My old car, my Kia that died, it had headlights, and then it had these two big glass lights where the fog lights would go, and those were the lights that were on during the day, and then the headlights were top little slits, and those were the ones that came on during the night. My car now, the daylight lights are around the edge of the light, and those are the ones that go on during the day, and then the main big light is what comes on during the night. And the outside ones stay on too. I really like my car. I really, really like how my car looks. Oh, wait, if I remember, it was too hot, and these guys were all like level 30-something. That's why I didn't go this way. Never mind. So it looked more sporty. Yeah, that makes sense. I think floodlights do make cars look way sportier. I'm a big fan of floodlights for sure. But now I'm not into cars, so I don't do anything. Like, I could put floodlights in my car because it's got the space for them. It's just a plastic cover that I just have to remove. But then it's like, no, because to do it in my car properly, I'd have to remove the plastic, and then I would have to do the wiring and stuff. It's like, no, I don't want to do that work. Never mind. It's just not worth it. Okay, I guess what I'll do is just keep capturing animals. Oh, that's loud. Was it exactly 3 years ago today? That's so funny. I've been considering playing that game again, but in VR. I really want to play it in VR. I can't capture them. Wait, can I just capture them without even fighting them? Oh, no, not that one. Stop running, you little jerk. Oops. Oh, I've got them all. Never mind. That's so funny, Weewin. That is so funny. Yeah, I really want to play that game again, but I want to play it in VR. The ending was terrible, but I do want to play it in VR. Apparently, the new Silent Hill is looking really bad. They showed gameplay, and people are really upset about it. And, yeah, I can see why people are upset about it. They made it look like an action Resident Evil style game, and people are like, no. No, you want some action, but not that much action. I'm a little bit concerned because those guys don't have the best record. And it's very concerning that this game is going to be a complete failure. And I'm hoping it's not. But Konami doesn't care. Konami's going to do whatever it can to just make money. They don't care if it's actually worthwhile or not. Oh, I already caught all these ones. Never mind. Yeah, it's the game can get very, very emotional. So I don't blame her for crying. I want to play it again in VR. I don't remember much of what happens in it, so I definitely want to play it again just to remind myself. But in VR, I think will be really fun because it was like a real it was a mind of a game, and in VR I think would make it be even more intense because like when you're dealing with the parts that are like messing with your head with the sounds and like you're wandering around confused, having that happen in VR is going to make it a lot harder to kind of know what's happening around you, which I think will make it way scarier. So I definitely want to try it. Oh, so sad. So sad. The noise gate is back on. It keeps cutting my mouth off before I'm done talking. Stop cutting me off. So sad. There we go. Okay, that's better. Yeah, this game isn't popular anymore. It's got 7,000 viewers, which is better than what the game I was playing last time was. The last game that I was playing only had 0 viewers. I was the only one, but I had 10 people watching me. Now we've got 2. I don't know how much is on the vertical, but I don't think it's much because it wasn't much when I last checked. Oh, I closed it. Whoops. Yeah, there's nobody watching on the vertical either, so it's weird. This game is not... He's big. He won't see the whole screen. Just be all covered up the whole time. Yeah. Oh, well. I'm okay with that. How long have I been live? I don't even know. I keep moving things around and I don't see the things I want to see. I have been live for an hour. Not even long. Not even long at all. Maybe I'll switch it up. I don't know. Like, I got nothing else to do. So, hey, why can't I run? Is my inventory full? No. I just... Oh, the game is glitching. Hello, Elite Tech. How you doing? Welcome. How are things going? Welcome to the stream. Maybe I'll go back to the scary game now that I'm more awake, that I've been streaming for a few minutes, because it's always the first little part of the stream that I'm like, I don't want to stream. It's kind of boring. Not boring. I'm just not energetic for it. Maybe I'll... Now I'm more awake. Maybe I'll start playing it. I don't know. There we go. Now I can run. I haven't fully decided yet. Ah. Nightingale? What's that? Like, is that a streamer? Night Owl, how's it going, man? How are you? I'm having a good week so far. We had a long weekend. In my province, we have something called Family Day, where they close a bunch of stuff down so you can like spend time with your family or whatever. And so I had a long weekend, which was really nice. Today's my first day back. So today is my Monday, which is going to make a short week. And I'm very excited about that. But it's been a good week. The only drawback that I've had so far that almost wrecked my whole life, it wrecked everything. I switched back to this microphone, as you can tell. And I plugged in my Go XLR to use this microphone. And then instantly, it just crashed out of nowhere. Not instantly. Like within like 20 minutes of the stream, it crashed and muted me without like even giving me the warning of like, Go XLR has crashed, or like, we can't detect your Go XLR. The app just crashed without telling me. So like the second I put my Go XLR back on, it's full of problems again. I really need to get myself one of those Rode mixers. My lips are so chapped. But right now I am debating about, it's Wednesday, 1:41 a.m. I am in Canada. It is Tuesday, 3 p.m. You're living in the future, my friend. You're living in the future. Where are you from? Is it, like, hold on. Is it, what's it called? The Kiwis. Is it there? Are you a Kiwi? All right, you're a bit more powerful than I was anticipating. Oh, but I still kill you in one shot. Oh, you're in India. Okay. See, I don't know the time zone in India, so I didn't realize it was that much of a difference. Because I know like Australia and New Zealand. That's it, New Zealand. I knew it was an N, and I couldn't remember the rest of it. I was like, I know it's an N, and the other letter is like a letter that's not used often. But what is it? And all I kept thinking was, oh, now I can't even think of that one. I can't even think of what I was thinking. And then I was like, it's not that. I was like, okay, is it Greenland? No, it's not Greenland. What place is it? New Zealand. New Zealand. New Guinea? I couldn't remember what it was. I just couldn't remember. My brain, man, my brain. I'm tempted to tilt the camera right now. My brain is like, I want to do some different stuff. I'm gonna mess with the camera. Doing it. Why not? Not upside down. Oh, I forgot that. The camera is too heavy. That's why I did. Oh no, wait. Yes. That'll help. Okay. So now I'm vertical. Obviously, I'm sideways on screen for you guys, but I'll fix that in a second. I'm just, dang it. I'm just in one of those moods, you know? In one of those moods where I want to just change everything everywhere all at once. Because I can't, the ADHD brain does not like it when I do something for too long. And so I just want to change things, you know? That's what I'm doing right now, just changing things. Okay, that's okay. It's a little bit crooked, but I'll live with the crookedness. I will live with the crookedness. This one. Oh wait, I gotta rotate it in the gameplay. Never mind. Gameplay. This. Yes. Transform, rotate, counterclockwise. Yeah. Okay. So I'm here. Nap time with retro. That's what we do. We nap here all the time. Do I have a pet? No. I did, but I don't anymore. And no, it's not like a sad story. Like she didn't pass away or anything. Um, my ex-girlfriend took her. And so I no longer have a pet because my ex-girlfriend has her. Which is fine because she takes care of animals better than I do. You know what? I'll just use the other camera for this because if people talk, I can see it, but it's not going to be often, I don't think. Night Owl, I'm trying vertical on YouTube. Have you tried that at all? Scene 1080 speeds. Yeah, I've heard that YouTube is pushing it a lot more. Um, I at first we had a whole bunch of viewers. Like there was like 8 people watching just on vertical alone, and then there was like 4 or 5 watching between Twitch and YouTube. But now it like died down. So I don't know. I don't know if it's a game choice or what, but it definitely definitely not doing as well right now. But that's okay. I just thought it would be worth a try to see how it would go, see if it would like revamp the stream a little bit, see if it would maybe, you know, get some new people coming in. I don't know. Yeah, it might be worth a try. I am... So I'm already a YouTube partner. I was able to join when it was a lot easier to get in. So I'm a YouTube partner, and I have been for years. Surprisingly, they didn't take it away when I stopped posting. So thankfully, I'm still one. I am thinking, though, I didn't know this, that YouTube lowered their prerequisite to become a partner. Oh, I didn't change the other overlay stuff. Oh, well, whatever. They changed their prerequisites to be able to go live on YouTube. I had no idea. Because back when I was exclusively on YouTube, you had to have 1,000 followers and like had to have so many watch hours for it to happen. And apparently it's been lowered a whole lot now. And so like I'm tempted to actually do like my Minecraft gathering videos. Remember how like I don't know if you've been here, but like I've gone live here while gathering on Minecraft stuff. I'm tempted now to just do it on that channel. Yeah, Power World's a fun game. I do like Power World. I'm a little bit bored of it, just because it doesn't tell you what to do, and I'm bad for games like that. I like to have like a game tell me, "Hey, go do this thing." But it is a fun game. I still play it just because when I don't want to do anything else, it's an easy game to turn on and just kind of shut my brain off. Yeah, it's only 50 subs now. Which, like, I'm so shocked about. I didn't know that. And I only found out because, oh, I can't remember his name right now. One of the guys that I am mutuals with on TikTok posted a video talking about how they were able to fix their YouTube vertical. Well, they were able to fix their vertical stream. And then they were talking about OBS, and I was really confused because I was like, I thought TikTok disabled the ability to go live straight from OBS, that you needed to use TikTok Studio. And then they talked about live on vertical YouTube. And I was like, oh, that's a thing? And so then I was watching a video on how to make that happen. And the person that was making the video was talking about, like, you know, you can go live pretty easily. Like, all you need is 50 subs. And I was like, wait, what? But it was right as I was going to go live. So I was like, huh, that is something I would like to do on my Minecraft channel to kind of help maybe bolster the channel a little bit, you know? Although I got my first troll on YouTube within like 10 minutes of being live. And then they left. They weren't even good trolls. They were like pretty pathetically embarrassing trolls. Wow, this is slow reload. But it's incredibly powerful. Yeah, at least be good at it. Like, their level of trolling was like, do you know who some name was? I'm assuming it's some meme or some, like, not good person. And then they're like, what should I do if they harass me again? But it was very obvious that they were just being a troll. Then eventually they're like, are you afraid of death? I live next to you. Why aren't you answering me? Are you scared that I'll kill you because I live next to you? It's like, you're not even being, like, creepy. You're just being annoying. And then I told them that, and then they stopped responding. They didn't like being called a failed troll. Oh no, sorry, I lied. The last thing they said, because the chat is still visible on my screen and it didn't disappear. The last thing they said was because I was like, you know, I've been doing this for like 7 years, so like I've seen a lot of trolls, and you're not a good one. And then the last thing they said was, if you've been going live for so long, why do you only have 4 viewers? It's like that's not a very good troll, my guy. That's not. Do you think that hurts my feelings? I've been doing this for a long time. I know my numbers aren't good. That's not very. That's not a very good troll. That's like going up to guy who wears wig, aka me, and being like, "Oh, you wear a wig." Yeah, I know. Where's the trolling in that? Some people, man. Some people. But yeah, I'm hopeful that what they're saying about like the algorithm being a bit more aggressive with vertical will maybe kind of help rejuvenize the stream a little bit. Because right now I'm doing okay, right? Like I have 6 viewers in total between Twitch and YouTube, at least with the one, and so like it's okay. But it would be nice to like. Most of them are on Twitch. It would be nice to kind of breathe some life into YouTube as well, so I could have live on both. It would be really nice. Exactly. You get pushed to the shorts feed, which people are on more often, and it is pushing more randomized versus kind of how things really slowed down. Because at first, when YouTube first like introduced streaming as like a thing they wanted to do to compete with Twitch, they really did push a lot randomly. And I had a lot of people coming in going, "You were in my suggested feed. You were in my suggestions." And so like I decided to check it out, and I'm glad I did. And now I don't get that comment at all anymore. And so if it's randomized on the shorts feed, maybe I'll get more often the comment of, "Oh, you were suggested to me." And maybe more people will randomly find me without expecting to have found me, which would be really nice. You have people and bicycle bells. What is the meaning of the saying? Oh, I already have enough of these. Never mind. Stupid people. But why does a bicycle bell make a person stupid? Like, what would be the... Like, where's the... Like, what's the connection? Because it might be something that is, like, distinctly... something that Netherland people can connect together. And if you explain it, maybe I'll understand it. Because I'm trying to think. I know, like, it's like, don't be square. That had something... That had, like, a meaning to it. But I don't remember what it was anymore. I want to see. There's another one that I just learned recently. Not one that I actually know what it means. Okay, so in Jamaican, or Jamaican people, use the word chichi. And chichi is a word for termite. And they'll call somebody a chichiman to kind of, as an insult, like saying you're gay. But they call them a chichiman because chichi is termite, and termites eat wood. And it's like, that's the connection to it. So what is the... the etymology, is that the word? People with sense and without sense. I like wood. You're a chi-chi woman. Old French, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so like to not be squared was because in jazz, they were mocking conductors because conductors would use a 4 count and they were very rigid. And so it would be like a square, and they didn't want you to be square because jazz was looser. And so it would be the way of telling them to like don't be lame because jazz is cool and regular traditional music is not. And so that's where that comes from. There's other ones, but I can't remember what it is. There's another one that's very, very like when you think of the opposite, it all of a sudden all makes sense, but I can't remember what it is. I thought it would have been hip, but I was just reading hip, and no, hip comes potential. They don't know exactly where hip comes from, but it seems some people think that it comes from a word from one of the African nations that meant to have your eyes open. Somebody who has their eyes open. So being hip was, you know, you're keeping up with what's cool, and you have your eyes open and like your hand on the pulse, as they would say. Shakira made it up. Exactly. Hips didn't exist until she showed up. I don't know how Shakira's famous. Her voice is horrendous. There was a video that came out that was talking about how like Shakira's choir coach told her she sounded like a goat. Her coach wasn't wrong. That's okay, we win. That's okay. Ding, 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 ding. I'm kind of bored of this game already. Oh, I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to play. I read it right as I was saying, I don't know what else to play. Yeah, I want to play something else. I just don't know what to play. You're just here to make dirty jokes? I'm okay with that. You sell pals? Whoa. What is... Whoa, a gobfin? 4,000 gold or whatever? I've only got 4,000. This one looks cool, but it needs 12. I'm not even close to that. I guess I'll buy you. Thank you. So, I'm gonna quit this. I'm tired of this. I wanted to talk to you about that, Night Owl. Strangely enough, while I decide what I'm gonna play, because I don't know what I'm gonna play. Strangely enough, I actually did it on stream. I referenced it on stream. Let me find it real quick here. So my last stream, Penumbra, when I was playing that, I even say it on stream. I don't know if it'll play the sound. I don't know. Leave everything there. I'm gonna get going. I am... You know, I might not stream tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna stream tomorrow because I have to work on my Minecraft videos. And I haven't started at all. Even though the video's still not doing well today. It's really not. I wonder if I can maybe switch the thumbnail to my old thumbnail. Maybe that'll help. Hear that? Because it has not done well. It's got 21 views, which is not great. You know? For some reason, it's not getting a lot of views. 26 views is what it's got, which is not great. So let me switch the thumbnail real quick before 2 days ago, I had 26 views after it was live for 3 days. If I can find it. If I can find the old thumbnail. Yeah. So I changed the thumbnail and I changed the title. That's all I did. And then all of a sudden, the stream ended. And that day I went to go eat with Preston. And the stream ended and it was like 5 o'clock. We went to go eat with Preston. It was like 4:30. We went to go eat with Preston. At 7, I already had 250 views. By 9 o'clock, there was like 400 views. And then by the middle of the night, there were 700 views. Now it's died out again. It's stopped again. But I went from 26 views to 700 views in less than 12 hours. And in 3 days, I only had 26 views. So I changed the thumbnail to a brighter thumbnail. And then I changed the title. And so I don't know... The brighter thumbnail, I'm assuming, was a big part of it because the ones with the darker thumbnail, none of them did well. And so I'm assuming the brighter thumbnail definitely played a part. And then the title, I think, played a part. And from there, I ended up gaining like 7 or 8 subs. And yeah, it's a 750 views, so it's still going. It's still climbing. So I think that definitely had a part to do with it. I took my old thumbnail... And then I only changed it up by changing my character on it. Because my character is, like you can see here, I forgot that I still had it up on screen. You can see here, the character is my old flat character, wrong camera, the old flat character. And where I didn't have the second layer to make his hair stand out. And then I switched it to the newer character where the hair is 3D and kind of sticks out. And my logo sticks out. And so... Definitely huge change just by those 2 things. Because my retention rate is fairly decent, but my click-through rate was really bad, and I couldn't figure out why. And even if you look within the videos, the 2 that have the darker one, like 90 views on the first one, and 222 views on the other one. And the tags are different between the 2. So the tags helped in the second video, but I still couldn't get it to like really do anything. And that is 222 views in 3 weeks. It's been slowly going, but very slowly going. And then this one blew up in a night. So I went to your friend's page and I looked at his tags and I used the ones that would be relevant to mine because he's got a bunch that are relevant to specifically what he's doing. But I used a bunch that would be relevant to mine that he was using. And then I used the ones that I've always used on my own, the ones that were a bit basic. But the views were not there. And I was like, okay, so the tags may not be the issue because your friend's videos get a bunch of views. And I was like, so I don't think it's the tags. So then that's when I was on stream and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use the old thumbnail. And I'm going to use the old channel title style. And that seems to have helped. Yeah, I need to play with the thumbnails a bit more. The series is almost over. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who's interested. Spoiler alert. I'm at the end of the game now. So all I have to do is find the fortress or the portal room or whatever, like the place that the portal room is in, and then fight the Ender Dragon. So like I'm at the end of the game. So the next episode is preparing going through the Nether, and then the final episode will be me doing that. So I have 2 episodes left. So I don't really want to change anything up too much right now because there's only 2 episodes. But I am hoping that for the next one, I hadn't thought of a brighter thumbnail, so I'm going to keep that in mind. I'm going to try to stick with a bright thumbnail for the next video. I'm also going to try to do like a photo shoot with my Minecraft character because I find that a lot of YouTubers have really, really bright and colorful thumbnails with their character, and I haven't figured out how to do that with my character. So I'm going to try to do like a photo shoot in front of like a green screen, have different camera angles and different actions. So I have different poses for my character to use for the thumbnails. And then I'm going to start the new series, and maybe having a brighter thumbnail with better positions for my character might help it a bit more. Yeah, that's what I find. The same thing that they say what you just said in the last message, that like my content is high quality. It's very common that every video has at least one person say, "I watched your video and I'm surprised you're not a giant YouTuber because the quality is there." Or like, "I was shocked that your channel has such low subs because the quality is not of a channel of this size." And so like I can tell people are enjoying what I'm doing. There's still some things I want to work on in my own delivery within the video, but I feel like my editing style, my gameplay style, my idea is of a higher quality. It's just getting people to watch it is the struggle. So hopefully I will continue to grow the channel. Hopefully it will continue to go up. I'm hoping that by going live on the channel, that will also help to bring random people in. And so if I'm doing that plus the consistent uploads, hopefully that'll kind of get the channel to go a bit further. And then eventually, once I get to a certain size, the viewership will also grow because there will be more people that are just following and watching it organically, or watching it because they like it, which will then kind of boost the organic part of it as well, which then hopefully will kind of snowball and make it better. And who knows, it would be really cool to kind of, have 5 to 10,000 views per video. That would be really nice. That would be really cool. So we'll see what happens. It's exciting. I'm really enjoying the content. I'm really enjoying doing Minecraft videos for sure. So I'm hopeful that it will lead to something. I don't know what, but hopefully it'll lead to something, you know? But yeah, it's definitely a slow burn, and I'm okay with that. My YouTube stuff, my TikTok stuff is basically dead in the water. My main live stream stuff is basically dead in the water, and I don't really have any ideas to make long form YouTube videos really. So I feel like the Minecraft thing is probably a better choice for me long term, you know? I guess I'll just continue with Penumbra. Let's switch stuff out. Will I get scared? Penumbra. Changing to scary stuff. And obviously, like, analytics have always been important, but it feels like they're even more important on YouTube, which is something that I do not have the skill set yet. I don't know how to read analytics very well. And like, even if I read them and I can understand what it means, like I can read it and say, okay, the click-through rate isn't good. I don't know how to make it better. Or like the retention isn't good. I don't know how to make it better. So like that's the struggle that I have right now is I've learned a little bit of how to interpret what I'm seeing to like what it means, but I have zero clue how to actually fix what I'm seeing. I have zero idea. Okay, let me change this too. Let's get scared. Penumbra. Exact same title. And let me just change the game real quick. And the thumbnail, I forgot about that too. Penumbra. I've also got nothing to do today, so I am, like, I've got to edit my Minecraft video, but I got nothing else to do, so I am more than happy to basically restart the stream at this point. Sorry, I'm ignoring chat for just a second here. Just a second here. Okay. Everything should be changed over now, so we should be good. We should be good now to get started, I think. Yeah, and that's exactly it, Night Owl. It's like I can see it, and like I didn't even know at first what I meant. Whoa, Night Owl. Shush me. I can see it. Whoa, shush me. Like I didn't even know at first. Ooh, I do like how my voice sounds with this mic. I can see it, and I'm like, yeah, there's the people aren't getting attracted to it. They're not searching it. They're not finding it. Okay, how do I make it more findable? How do I find out like what people are clicking on? How do I know what I want people to click on? I don't know how to do that. And then like, or I could see the analytic being like, okay, they're not staying in the video. Okay, so how do I make it more interesting for them to stay? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong for people not to stay. It's just like, it's so hard for me to figure out what I'm doing wrong and how to fix it. It's so annoying. No problem, we win. No problem. Yeah, I find that it does suit my voice really, really well. I didn't mind the Maono mic or whatever that they're called, Maono, whatever. I didn't mind that microphone, but this one just has a little bit more crispiness in my voice, which I really love, which is why I brought it back. I'm going to paint it. I want to paint it white so it suits the white setup I'm kind of going with. Wrong camera, the white setup I'm kind of going with. I forgot. I didn't switch. Let's switch. And so, like, it's so loud. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, volume seems to be okay on your side too. It suits my voice really nicely. I want to paint it so it suits everything, but that's why I pulled out the Go XLR, but immediately the Go XLR crashed. And so like, I don't want to rely on the Go XLR anymore. I don't. But I was looking up the prices of the Rode stuff, and like their cheap Streamer X thing is still $500. And then their caster, dual caster or whatever is like almost 800. So I'm just like, I'm not making money as a streamer. I can't justify putting the money down for it because I won't make it back. And so like, it's just frustrating. It's just frustrating. Because I can't use this with my old UM2 or whatever it was called, because I would have to max that out and I would introduce a lot of noise. And so I'm like, it's just annoying. Just annoying. Dr. H, how's it going? Welcome. You got here right as I switched games because I got bored of Palworld. Okay. We're just gonna continue with this. I'm not turning off all my lights. I'm not gonna get all dark and gloomy just because I'm not in the mood for dark and gloomy today. I want brightness. Although I don't remember what I was doing. Oh yeah, we just came down here. This is a new area we just entered because I blew that thing up. How are things, Dr. H? Not a specific reason. I would just... One, I like their setup. But two, because I'm using all of their microphones already, like I've got the Rode video mic, I've got the Rode wireless mic, I would just like to keep it in the ecosystem because I assume the ecosystem is meant to work properly, rather than risking getting a different setup and then it not performing quite as nicely. It's the only reason, not any like legitimate reason, not any like this is specifically what I need. It's just more I know that I would assume they have considered this microphone with that setup, so it will work. And it will work cleanly and sound very good, versus like mix and matching and it not necessarily supporting properly. The only reason. It's kind of like but not really, like the Apple setup. I use everything Apple, not because I'm a fan of Apple, but because it's all meant to intertwine, and so I can just easily swap from one to the next without any issues. Like I took a picture on my phone of Kendra and I, and it was instantly on my laptop, on my tablet, on my phone, like on everything. And so there was no need to have to like transfer and download and email and all this kind of stuff. And so like it was wonderful that I could do that. And same with editing, I could just airdrop without having to worry about like sending it up to the Google Drive and then having to download it from Google Drive. And sometimes the download isn't right, or the Google Drive is full, so it's like pushing me to pay for more. I could just airdrop, no problem. So it's like, I like the having all one ecosystem because I know they're meant to work together and they tend to go smoothly. Although with Apple, there's very specific reasons for it. With Rode, I don't have a specific reason. Yeah, like I think it's $749 for the, I just looked it up. I think it's $749 for the, yeah, I still have it up. No, it's $679 for the Rodecaster Duo. And then it is $179 for the A1 single channel USB interface from Rode. But that's basically the same thing as my UM2. The Rode X streamer's $449. Plus I have 13% tax where I live. The Beacon is $259. I was looking at the Beacon and I was looking at the Elgato Wave XLR. Now, technically, I don't need any of the other fancy stuff because the Stream Deck Plus does everything. So the XLR, the Wave XLR, would just be an interface. But the cheapskate in me looks at that and goes, it's just a knob and a connector for my XLR. But the Beacon has a bunch of other stuff on it for the same price. So I feel like I'm getting ripped off. But then I'm like, with all that extra stuff, well, why not just get the Rode one? Because it'll have the better, like, interconnectivity. But that's also a lot more money. That's kind of where I get stuck in that. It's not even XLR? Okay, never mind. So the Beacon's way off. But yeah, like the Wave XLR, I was kind of looking at that. Again, it's just the cheapskate in me going, but it's only an interface. It doesn't do anything else fancy, whereas like that one does a bunch of fancy stuff. But I don't know. It's also got a headphone jack. I think one of my hopes with using the... sorry, I should probably play while I'm talking. One of my hopes with using Rode stuff specifically, and I don't know if this would be the case because I don't have it, is that it wouldn't introduce more lag in the monitor. Because the problem I'm having right now is if I use the Stream Deck, the Wavelink software monitor, there's a bit of a delay. And because I'm using wireless headphones, that also introduces a bit of a delay. And so then the delay becomes too much that I can't use it. Right now, the delay that I'm using, because I'm hardwired from the headphone jack into the wireless headphones, I have a slight delay, but it sounds only like I'm talking with a slight reverb turned on. Almost like, I don't know if you had those in the UK, but as a kid, they used to have little fake plastic microphones that had like a coil inside, so when you would talk, it would have a bit of a reverb. That's kind of what it sounds like as I'm talking. It's very minimal, but it's there. But once I use the Wavelink software, it introduces its own, so now it becomes a much bigger delay that it's just enough to almost make it hard to talk because it's messing with my interpretation of my own voice. And so I would be hoping that the Rode mic with the Rode connector would not introduce a delay as well, would be my hope. Because I would like to not have to have a wire going from the headphone jack into my wireless headphones, because the problem that I'm running into, this is layers upon layers, right? The problem I'm running into that I don't like about the Go XLR is for some reason the SteelSeries mixer every time I turn the computer on, it's on the right setting, but it doesn't work. And so I have to switch to the PC setting, then switch back to the auxiliary setting, because for some reason it will do both auxiliary and PC at the same time, but every time I reset the computer, it turns off the PC one. And so I've got to turn the PC one on, but then the auxiliary doesn't work, and then I got to go back to the auxiliary for both to stay on. And it's just a nightmare because when I set everything up on the PC, it won't see the SteelSeries headset until it's turned on. So then I got to turn it on, then I got to open up I got to switch on the headset. Okay, so this is the process. I'm scatterbrained. I turn everything on, and then I've got to turn the headphones on to switch to the PC, to switch back to the auxiliary. Then on the PC, because I did the switch, the PC is now not able to find my headphones. So then I got to go into the PC software and switch the headphone connection to the proper connection for it to work. It takes about a minute, but it's every time. And it's a nightmare to deal with every single time. So it's annoying to do that. So I would like to have I would like to not have to use that as a setup, if that makes sense. The Wave XLR is what you're using. Nice. What is Lasso, Dr. H? What is that? But yeah, so that's kind of the annoyance that I have right now. And when I was using the other microphone, when I was using the video mic, I was connected through USB. One, to not introduce the noise that you get by using the headphone jack one, the RS or whatever it's called, RF, whatever it's called. By not using that, I don't introduce interference, so it's a much cleaner sound. And then that way I could just have my headphones turned on to just PC. But then I'd have to use the Stream Deck monitor, and that introduced the delay. And so if I do that with this, the delay is just far too much. So my hope would be that the Rode one wouldn't have as much of a delay, so then I could use the Stream Deck monitor and it would be a bit better. But maybe the Wavelink would introduce a monitor without it. I don't even know. I don't know, honestly. I have no idea. It's just really annoying to have two delays that then add up to too much of a delay. Yeah, it distorts really easily, like really, really easily by plugging it in. Yeah, so the way I have it set up right now, my sound setup is the Go XLR I'm using the USB connection for the Go XLR. The headphone jack is just for the monitor and nothing else. So I'm only hearing my monitor in my headphones. And then on the Wavelink software, I have taken the broadcast out and I'm using that as my microphone setup. And so on the broadcast out from the Go XLR, everything is shut off except for just the microphone. And then the Wavelink is doing all the software. It's just picking up the Go XLR's broadcast out as my microphone. And then all the rest of the stuff is being done through there. So I don't have a lot of distortion, but it is very sensitive. Even like within the Wavelink software, it's peaking the whole time. And so I've had to turn down the microphone for it not to peak. But the delay is the nightmare. The delay is the headache because I like to hear myself. And so I was using this microphone, but then the problem was it wasn't actually telling me what I was doing with the mic. So I didn't know if like the noise gate was too high. I didn't know if I was like, there was a time yesterday, I think, that I walked away from the microphone and I could hear myself perfectly fine. And I was like, oh yeah, the microphone isn't what I'm hearing. I forgot. You guys can't hear me right now. And so it's like, I like to be able to hear myself. So I know when I walk away from the microphone, oh yeah, they can't hear me. But stupid delay. It's a program that I use to auto change my audio to make it high priority. So the problem, Dr. H, well, that would help with the switch within the PC potentially. The problem is that the switch happens because the DAC isn't happening. And so switching the DAC then messes up the PC. Because I've switched the DAC, the PC was looking for a specific connection and the connection isn't there. And then when I reset the DAC, then it resets the connection, but because it couldn't find the connection, the PC is no longer looking. It's almost like if you... I don't know, you plug in a USB microphone and you're telling the PC to use it, and then you unplug it, and then the PC goes, no connection available, and then you plug it back in, the PC isn't looking for the connection again, so it just doesn't know the connection is back. So sometimes you have to like stop the software and restart it for it to be like, here, I'm back again, and then it'll work. That's what's happening. So I don't know if the software would help, because the problem happens because the DAC isn't working, and the DAC is on the software itself, not on the PC end. And that's what's causing the issue. If it wasn't, and because the same thing, because of that setup, the headphones, when they're turned off, the PC doesn't see them, so it doesn't know the headphones exist. And so it's looking for a different connection, so it gets confused as to what to look for. Whereas when the connection is just on PC in the DAC, the PC knows it's always there, so when I turn the headphones on, it just finds the headphones no problem. So it's literally the headphones that are causing the problem, and that's the annoyance. So if I could use the software monitor instead of the hardware monitor, the problem would be solved, which is why I really liked using this, because it had the software monitor, and it didn't reset anything. But the software monitor is too slow on this, so that's why I was using this monitor on the headphones. But like I was saying, I walk away and I don't realize that I'm not being heard because I still hear myself. So it's like it's a whole interwoven mess. It's a whole interwoven mess. All because I'm way too annoying with my own pickiness. Really? Updated so you can output to a capture card. I wonder if that would be something that could help. Like if my microphone, instead of being plugged into the stream PC, it was plugged into the gaming PC. Although sometimes I stream from a console, so that wouldn't help there. Because like the whole thing is I don't want to use the hardwired monitor, because these headphones are a nightmare to deal with. I would like to use the USB monitor, but that introduces delay because of the software processing it goes through. It's annoying. And I can't even show you guys what it's like because there's no way for you to hear what I'm hearing. Yeah, and so that's what I'm doing. So this is where I'm struggling, because the auxiliary is the input, right? But to use the auxiliary, okay, I'm like really like breaking down. I'm getting too technical here. So what is happening? Sorry, I'll get back to the game in just a second, everybody. So what is happening? The way I have my setup, I am using the built-in sound software of the SteelSeries to get like the virtual surround, to get the clear PC game sound, because I want like the highest quality of these headphones possible. If I were to use just aux, I would have to have all the sound run through the Go XLR and out the headphone jack into the aux input. But by doing that, I'm going to lose a bunch of quality because I'm going from digital sound to analog sound, which obviously they don't compare, because especially the type of analog sound I'm using, the headphone jack, is lower quality. And so the aux that I'm using is literally just for the monitor. And that's where the problem lies, because I can't get it to use both at the same time every time without me resetting it. Because every time I turn on the PC, it's still on the aux setting, but for some reason the PC sound doesn't go through until I switch to PC and back to aux. And so that's where the problem, that's the whole problem. That little switch back and forth is the whole issue. Whereas when I was using this microphone, I didn't use aux at all. I was just using PC. And so when the PC reset, it was on PC already, so it was just working. But then this microphone introduces its own problem. Because I'm using the USB, I have to use their software. And so I have to turn on their software for it to work. But when I turn on their software, it switches all of my audio over to the Rode software. And there is no output on this. like for me to listen to myself. So all the sound is going to this, but this isn't a speaker. So then I have to go and reset the sound anyway. So like either way, it's still, I have to switch things around. And it's so annoying because of that. And the thing is, I paid $500 for these headphones. So I can't just easily be like, well, I just won't use these headphones anymore. Because they're $500. And so like that is the whole nightmare. The whole nightmare is these headphones. But all the hardware that I use, none of it does exactly what I need to not make these a nightmare. Because there is no way to get these to work exactly the way that I want. Because they have their own built-in monitor too on their software, but that introduces delay too. So it's the delay of their software plus their delay from the wireless. Like all of it is just like one layer over another layer over another layer. I hate it. I hate it so much. So ideally, it would be finding a way to plug this microphone in through XLR and using the software monitor without a delay, which you would think would be possible because USB is so high speed. You would think it would allow you to send the signal completely clean with no processing straight to whatever output you want. But for some reason, it seems like none of it can do that because they all introduce a slight delay. And it's really frustrating. It's really annoying. And it sucks. And I hate it. I can't even, like, I can't even think of a way to show you all how it sounds in my headphones. Stream Mix has a delay. Yeah, so the Stream Mix has a delay. And the monitor mix has a slight delay too. So what happens is it's just enough that if I was wearing wired headphones, it wouldn't be a big deal. But because I'm wireless, the wireless signal also introduces a delay. And so once they're compounded, then it's a much bigger delay. Then it becomes a really big delay. And so like, what example could I give you that would show you what it's like? Is my... No, that's not even picking up a microphone. What if I... What if I... Okay, mid digital input, and then what if I put in the wavelength monitor, right? Okay, so now no, but it's not monitoring the microphone. Yeah, I'd have to just put the sound right into my microphone. It's so annoying. It's really annoying. It's really annoying. I'm trying to show you guys right now, but for some reason my... Okay, so if this... My monitor is this. My microphone is this. Why can't I monitor my microphone? Like, I can't get the microphone to come through, which is really weird. I thought I could. Oh, is it because I have my monitor turned off on wavelength? Maybe. Okay, so if I use my Go XLR, broadcast mix as my microphone. Hello? It's not... Oh, okay. So that added a delay. And now I've got the delay in my microphone. I'm just trying to show you kind of what I hear when I'm listening with the digital monitor because of the wireless monitor. So I'm adding an extra layer before it reaches you guys, so you can hear... You'll hear both voices, and you'll hear the split in the two voices, and then you're going to be like, oh, that's gross. You know what I mean? Okay, so I've got the monitor on. Now I open up Wavelink. And now, if I add another channel, and then I add SteelSeries Stream, and now okay. So now you should hear my voice twice. And I'm gonna assume they sound kind of staggered. I don't know. Let's find out. For some reason my stream is... So it does, right? Yeah. That level of delay, that's what I hear when I'm using the digital monitor. And notice how it's hard to follow what I'm saying when I start talking quickly because the layers are now on top of each other and you can't hear me very easily. So that's what I hear when I'm using my monitor, when it's not a direct hardwire. Because the delay that I'm hearing from the wireless signal is slight, but then the delay that I hear from the mic to the software to the DAC, plus the delay from the DAC to my headphones, then all of a sudden becomes that big. And so as I'm talking, that's how big the split is as what's coming out of my mouth and what I'm hearing. And then it makes it impossible to talk because I'm hearing that delay so delayed. And then I just can't talk. And so then the monitor becomes useless. And so it's just, half a second, just enough for it to make it sound impossible to distinguish. The settings, the buffer size. I'm assuming smaller is better, right? Okay. It's gonna shut the sound off, everybody. Okay. So now it's on. Let's hear. Nope. It's still pretty bad. Yeah, I can't. Hold on. I'm gonna mute this one. Wow. That's hard for me to follow. I'm gonna try to talk. Give me a sec. Okay. Nope. Yeah. So the monitor's off now. Yeah, it's really hard for me to talk because I'm hearing the delay, and yeah, I'm struggling to try to keep up with it. It's really hard. Settings cog. I think you can change the small speech. Yeah, speech jam. That's exactly it. So like I can talk right now, but it's really hard for me to say long sentences. And so as I'm trying to have a full conversation, I can't do it because I hear myself, and it's delayed exactly like what I just showed you. And as you can tell, I'm talking a little spurts because I'm waiting for the sentence to end so I can, like my own brain buffer size can only handle so much speech while I'm hearing the distortion. And then as soon as I feel that distortion, as soon as I feel the buffer, I can't talk anymore. Yeah, it's the compounding delay. Yeah, it's so annoying. And like right now, the way that I have this set up, yeah, there's no direct audio. Ow, itchy. Is there a non-processed delay? Because that's the chat mic, right? If I switch to this, is it worse? I don't know. A, B, C, D. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, it's still the same. Chat mic doesn't make it any better. It doesn't seem like the Go XLR has a direct audio. Like one that's not processed, that goes straight from the Go XLR into the PC. without the extra delay. Okay. Can the Go XLR change its buffer size? I don't think it can. Yeah, the hardware out is the slowest delay. Or the shortest delay. One last thing, and then we'll get back to it. I just want to test how the Rode microphone does if it's plugged in and I use that low buffer mode and see if that helps. I don't know. No, it's okay. It's what I always do. I always get derailed. Okay, I keep looking at that camera. It's this camera. Dang it. Okay. Okay. Is that bad? Is that good? I don't know. Yeah, it feels delayed. That one's worse. Whoa, it's way worse. Oh, that was loud. Is that worse? Yeah, it's kind of worse. It's so loud. I don't want it that loud. Okay, so that's... Yeah, the latency's already at ultra low, but it's pretty bad. Yeah, you can hear the difference. It's really jarring. Jarring. It's really jarring, but it's so loud in my ears. Okay, I just turned it down a little bit, but it's still very hard for me to hear. What if the last thing I want to try, then I'm going to stop? Okay, is that better? That suddenly got better. Okay, so I just switched one thing because, yeah, this one's still bad. Give me a second, I'm gonna switch back to what it was. Where's Wavelink? Nope, that's not Wavelink. There it is. Switch back to chat mic. Okay. Oh, okay, there we go. I had it muted. Now you can hear me, right? No, I had it muted. I closed the wrong channel. I disabled the wrong channel, and I just switched the input of the channel was still there, and I forgot it was muted. So now you can hear me, right? Yeah. So what I did was, Night Owl will understand this. So when you're using the SteelSeries software, the PC is changed to game. What's it called? It's called SteelSeries Sonar Gaming. That's what it wants you to use. It doesn't like you using speaker. And so I switched the monitor mix to speaker instead of game, so it wouldn't go through the SteelSeries software. It reduced it, but there's still a big delay. There's still a really big delay, which I don't like. I wish there was like a setting that I could change in the SteelSeries one too. Yeah, there's no like buffer on this too. It's just annoying because like I can't switch my audio. It messes with the whole system, and it gives me the warning. It's like, oh, you should be using game. Like if I switch, yeah, I can hear it. Can you? Yeah, you can still hear the game. But you can't hear this PC now. But that's fine. It's not... Oh, the alerts? No, it should be fine. Yeah, it's free software. Cool. But it's not actually usable free software. It's more of a nightmare than a help at times. Yeah, like I've got a little bit of a delay. It's not horrendous, but it's there, and it's kind of hard to deal with. I just wish that it wasn't so delayed, you know? Like that... That sounds okay. Let me see. Oh, the Go LXR... The Go LXR. The Go XLR did crash. The whole app is done, but it's still working, apparently. Okay, now, what if I... One last thing, and then I'm done. What if I switch wavelength back to the road? You're going to hear a disturbing level of change. Okay, there we go. So now I just have it as a desktop microphone, but no, the delay seems worse. It seems worse this way. Ask Road for a gift. Yeah, maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, like, it doesn't sound bad. Like, at least in my ears, it sounds pretty decent right now. But there's definitely a delay. And it's annoying to feel that delay. And I wish I didn't have to. But, like, is this usable? I don't know. It kind of is, but I'm not really sure. Like, what if I turn it down? If it doesn't mess with my head too much. It's easier because I can hear myself now. But now, am I going to forget that I'm walking away? I mean, kind of. I don't know. When it's this close, does it sound okay or does it sound distorted? What do you think? I don't know. It's really annoying. It's annoying to have it this way. I'm trying to think of like anything else that I can do. I guess like the last option is to plug this in. No, but I don't want to use this as like I don't know. But with the volume down, it's a lot easier for me to talk. So at least there's that, I guess. Makes it a little bit easier for me to be able to handle talking, but it's not great. It's not horrible, but it's not great. I don't know. I think it sounds okay. Yeah, it's okay. Not great, but it's okay. All right, let me turn off the monitor on this. Let me... Now you should hear me again, and it should be fine. And let me turn up my headphones the way that it's always been plugged in. I'll just keep dealing with the nightmare for now. And we'll go back to the game, because I want to actually play. Yeah, and for me, it's because, one, I yell when I'm streaming with my headphones on, and it's very obvious. There was one stream that I did it where I had the monitor off, and by the end of the stream, I was sounding more like this as I was talking because I was trying to hear myself over what was happening in the game. And so I sounded like I was screaming the whole time, and my voice was just shot by the end of the stream because I need to hear myself when I'm talking, or else I can't tell what I'm saying. And I don't like to sound like I'm screaming. And I like my headphones on loud because of the jump scares and stuff, right? If it was just like, if it was this, it wouldn't be such a big deal because then I don't have to yell because there's no other noise. But because the gameplay is going and it's so loud, it's hard for me to hear myself once there's like explosions and sound effects and stuff. And then the monitor, like I said before, the monitor helps me when I'm doing this and I don't as easily. This lets me know that that's happening. Without that, I can't tell when I'm doing that. And because I move around during my stream and stuff, it makes it almost impossible for me to successfully stream well. It also gives me the control of like when people are like, your voice sounds so good, it's because I know what I sound like. And I can control what my tone sounds like for the microphone. Whereas without it, I can't. So that's like the big crux of it. And obviously, like, I was a professional singer. You learned to... Oh, I muted it. There we go. Now you can hear me, right? I forgot I muted it. It's saved as muted. So when the app opens, it shows up muted. But yeah, it's what I was saying. When you're with a live band, because I think I opened it before I said all this. When you're with a live band, you like normally when you talk, your body can hear your voice, right? Yes, but it sounds good different, right? It doesn't sound bad? Or does it sound bad? I don't know. Does it sound bad? Hello? Testing 1, 2, 3. It sounds okay. Sounds okay to me. So the whole thing is when in regular day-to-day life, when you are making noise, when you're talking, when you're doing all that stuff, you are... Ooh, I'm distorting. I'm really, really hot. Let's turn this down a bit. That should be a little bit cleaner. There we go. That should be a little bit easier to listen to now. When you are talking, you can hear yourself. Innately, you just hear yourself. But you hear yourself in your head because your voice vibrates through your body. So you hear what your voice sounds like inside. When you're wearing headphones and you're gaming, you are listening to your voice as well, but you're listening to it through the... Whoops. You're listening to it without hearing any of the outside sound of your voice. So you still hear the muffled, rumbly part of your voice. But when you're gaming with loud sound, like in like an action game or whatever, that rumbly sound doesn't come through as easily. So it's harder to hear yourself. So when it's just like a just chatting stream, or you play with the game sound turned down fairly low, it's a lot easier to get through hearing yourself without raising your voice. And so what ends up happening for me in particular, because I have hearing loss, I end up yelling when I can't hear myself. And so by the end of the stream, I sound like this because I'm trying to hear myself through all the gameplay sound. And because I was a professional musician, you have no choice but to use a monitor because the sound bounces off the back wall and comes to you delayed. And the band is so loud that their vibrations are in your body and you can't feel your voice's vibration. So you have no idea how you're singing. And even if you plug your ears, it's not easy to hear yourself. And so you need the monitor. So one, you don't burst your throat trying to sing over the band. And two, you end up being able to hear yourself without a delay, so you can get through a song no problem. And I have that habit, plus the hearing loss, plus I'm gaming with games that have fairly loud sounds. I need the monitor. It's just not something I can really live without. And it's frustrating because most monitor options have a huge delay. Yeah, and so like with, I think most of your videos, you don't use your headphones, right? In your videos, it doesn't come off too bad. You don't sound like you're yelling. I mean, you might feel like you're yelling when you hear yourself because you are a quieter speaker. You are more like laid back in energy. It sounds pretty natural in your videos. In your live streams, I didn't really pay attention to it, so I don't know if you do. Maybe you do. I know I do. When I go back and watch my streams when my monitor's turned off, and especially when action is going, it's always, okay, hold on, guys. I can't hear you right now. I'll answer in just a second. Because I am so busy trying to hear myself. And it's because of the monitor. But again, the monitor isn't easy for everybody to listen to because you don't want to hear your voice. Most people don't like the way they sound. And so it's just easier to not use a monitor in that case. But for me, like, I'm able to speak, like, I can do this, like, I can talk nice and quiet. And I also know that I need to get closer because I can keep my volume roughly the same since I can hear it. But when I pull away, I can speed up, I can raise my voice because I can hear where my voice is sitting. And I can try really hard to maintain a similar level of volume. Whereas if I couldn't hear myself, I might get closer and talk like this and not realize I'm being this loud. Whereas like, I can get this close and have this like sensual sound of my voice. And I know that the volume's going to be the same without constantly having to stare at the little bar. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that can be really hard to do. That can be really, really hard to do. Probably for Rent to access the mine proper out of working hours. Something like that won't open without power. There's a dog on that side. But yeah, that's definitely an issue, mistaking volume for energy. It's actually something that a lot of singing coaches work on because most people, when they're saying like, oh, I want you to have more support, I want you to be more, I want you to project more, they confuse that with like louder. And louder doesn't always fix the issue. Because you can be really loud but still be very low energy. Or you can, you know, be energetic and still be very quiet. And so it's a fine balance sometimes, and sometimes it's not easy to figure out. And so in my case, I am trying really hard to hear myself. And so in turn I scream to hear myself, but then it sounds like I'm screaming all stream long. And then at the end of the stream, my voice is shot. My voice is just completely dead because I've been screaming the whole time. It's also what I'm working on with my coach, to make my voice project without screaming the notes, belting the notes, and it's what I'm struggling with right now a lot. These spare radio parts don't look spare at all. They almost look like they've been put here recently. The noise, for some reason, I really don't like it. I've got to get a grip. Ooh. Comm radio. Beeping coming from the speakers. Maybe there's someone out there after all. Hold on. Foreman's warning. I can't read when the beeping's going on. But yeah, it's very, very hard to kind of learn the difference. And back to, without getting used to hearing your own voice, it's very hard to listen to your voice. But once you do, it actually becomes such a high skill set that you can do it without it, but you can be more precise with it. It's like, well, back in the day, not now because cameras now have them built in, but back in the day for photography, you could figure out the exposure of a picture, but having a light meter allows you to be a lot more precise with that. Or you could record your audio by reading the bar, but knowing the numbers just adds that extra layer to know, oh, this is what I'm aiming for. This is what I want my sound to be. Making videos, you could just kind of willy-nilly set up lights and then just point your camera and hope that it looks good once you look through the viewfinder. But understanding the theory behind it and knowing how to like measure lighting and what you want to have, what kind of lighting versus the background lighting, like the measurement of it is a lot more powerful and allows you to be much more accurate with what you're trying to portray versus what I do, where I set up the light and then I just mess with the brightness until it looks like I want. And so it's the same with the monitor. You can go without the monitor and you can be perfectly fine and sound great, but having the monitor and getting used to it, although at first it's a bigger struggle, will then make it easier to kind of do the rest of it, especially with something like the Go XLR, that you can get the genuine sound with the effects in your ears so you know what you sound like at all times. Because just a second ago, my noise gate, like, I use a noise gate, and when I'm speaking energetically, like this is good. You can still hear me. The noise gate is on. I have it at level 26 right now. And it sounds great, but then there are moments where I do this and I talk quietly and all of a sudden you hear what I'm saying because I just dropped my voice just enough. And if I didn't have the monitor, I'd have no idea that was happening. But because I have the monitor, when I'm like, okay, so what am I doing right now? You can't hear that. So now I know that at like 12, I can still, what am I doing right now? And it's not cutting me off. But I would have no idea without the monitor. And so like those are the things, or like the distortion, when you slightly clip because the settings are wrong on the microphone you're using, although the light might be green, the preamplification might be distorting and you'll have no idea unless you hear yourself. So it's like those are the things that will be way more powerful. Yeah. And so that's exactly, those are the things where it's like it's worth having the skill set despite it being a nightmare to do. And so there have been times where I'm not using, like when I'm using this monitor, I did the one stream with the Rode wireless mics and the lights were all perfect. And I was using this monitor to hear myself, like the one built into this microphone to hear myself, and everything was great. I went back and watched the video. All of it was slightly distorted, even though I had the auto level turned on, but it was all just slightly distorted because the microphone was set too high to begin with. And so the auto level was working already at a high level, and then it was distorting everything. And then my whole setup just wasn't catching it. So it's like, that's where the monitor really starts to show its worth. But nobody likes their own voice, and it's hard to hear yourself digitally. Because even with no delay, even when I'm plugged in directly to this with a wired headset, there is like practically no delay. But even with that, you're still hearing your voice digitally synthesized, and it's very hard to hear your voice without any of the natural sound you normally hear. And it's hard to get past it. It's like watching yourself in videos. A lot of people, a lot of actors, a lot of famous actors will not look at their own movies because they just can't stand to see themselves. But it's, and I'm good at watching myself in video now. I'm not good at watching myself sing, and that's something I need to learn. And Kendra records herself when she sings, and she watches back her videos, and she learns from it because she sees where she like falls into old habits. She sees where she's holding certain tension for certain notes, and she can kind of focus on what she needs to work on. I can't watch myself sing. I hate watching myself sing. Unless it's like in a musical where there's a big band and everybody else is around me, then I can sing no problem. But watching myself sing just in a vocal lesson, I can't do it. I can't even listen to myself sing, and I need to learn to do it. So it's kind of the same with the monitor with this. But it's hard to do. And because it makes us uncomfortable, it's hard to convince somebody to do it because nobody wants to be uncomfortable. It says 50 amp fuses. The box is empty. Still, the contents can't be far away. Looking around, I'm not sure a broom saw much activity duty. Some kind of emergency procedures leaflet. What sort of emergencies were they expecting? I don't know. Big zombie dogs, I guess? Okay. In the event of an emergency, all mine workers are asked to follow the standard emergency procedure detailed in the leaflet provided. Rescue services will already be on their way, and so under no circumstances should employees attempt to aid colleagues themselves or contact the emergency services. This code sheet is provided for use in extremely unlikely event that you are trapped in the mine with no way in, which to signal or otherwise contact emergency crews. Oh, with no way in which to signal otherwise contact emergency crews. In this scenario, you should ensure the stability of the surrounding environment by gently tapping and feeling the rock. Once you feel certain that there is no risk of a rock slide, check to see if you have any form of communicator device at hand, and attempt to send a distress signal using this code sheet. Should such a device be unavailable or damaged, begin firmly tapping out a message on the wall or the cave. Rescue crews will hear you and arrive promptly to dig you out. Okay, so there's Morse code. I don't know how to read Morse code, so thank goodness for that sheet. I like this dramatic lighting. I feel like this might be, this side might be a little bit too dark. No, this side might be a little bit too dark. But yeah, so that's my rant about using monitors. I think it's such a huge benefit. Like when I do my TikTok videos, no big deal because I'm not wearing headphones. But when I'm gaming, big, yeah. When I'm on this camera, on like the vertical stream, lit really nicely. On this side, very dark on this side. Very dark. But I don't want to have like more lights. I'm trying to use as minimal lights as possible. Just the way I like it. Okay. Can I like Okay, try again. Okay, so the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's 5? It's giving me a code, a number code. Number code. I don't have my tablet here. Oh, my content is dark and moody. It is, but it's still well balanced. I don't mind the background being too dark. I'm okay with that. Yeah, it's not like horrendously dark. It's a little bit dark. It's a little bit dark, but it's just this side is a bit too dark. Just like right here, this part of my head right here. Even like the front side is nice. It's just right here is a bit too dark, especially because I've got like dark hair and the dark headphones, so it just kind of like gets eaten away. Notes. Apparently you've been paying attention. I haven't. So it's 5, yeah. 2, 3. Yeah, you're right. You're right. No, you were right with the first one. 5738. You were right. 5738. Can I like... Oops. Is there a place to like connect this? No, it doesn't look like it. What about over here? What are you thinking? We're trying to get the radio to work, dude. That's what we're thinking. Okay. But I do like darker, moodier content. What I want to do, and I don't know how to do it yet, is... Oh, I think I saved it, but I'm going to look it up. I liked your description of using... Was it S-Log that you were considering, or Cine 4? One of the two, that you made a video about it and color balancing it and stuff. I like that video that you did, because I do find that it does help a lot. But what I want to learn to do, because I really like the look of it, is how a lot of videos are now starting to come out on YouTube with a lower saturation, but it doesn't look pale. It looks artistically picked, and I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to make it look intentional. Right now, when I go lower saturation, it just looks like I'm slightly black and white. Yeah, S-Log is very flat, and I used S-Log before in my videos, but for some reason, I don't know if it's like an issue with the one I downloaded, or it's I need to change a setting for it to work, but I downloaded one of the LUTs from Sony, and it didn't seem to balance out properly. It made the colors really weird. And so I haven't been able to figure out how to get it to work the way that I want. But I do like that I have way more control over the dark areas. And so I would like to have a bit more of a flatter color profile. And I want to play with like the teal orange overlay, but I haven't been able to get that to work either. But I'd like to have a bit more of like a cinematic look to my streams. Hey, what the... Oh no, it's showing. It's just really dark. I was like, is the game just not working? But yeah, I'd like to go for a bit more of a cinematic look on my camera. You're learning how to make S-Log look nice? Yeah, because I found that my S-Log, one, the colors were just off. They just weren't right. And I don't know why. It wasn't like, oh, they're too warm or they're too bright. It ended up actually being like, it ended up actually looking almost green. There was just like a tinge of green. And when I tried to use like a color corrector to like take away the green, it went very magenta. And I couldn't get the in-between. It never looked natural. And so it was really strange, and I don't know what it was. I tried to use their LUT, and even the LUT didn't look good. And so, like, I don't know what I did wrong that caused that to happen, but clearly I did something. Storage, excavation, auxiliary shaft. Okay, so if I exit this place, can I... Because I have to get the power on, right? And obviously, I don't have the eye for it. Like, I'm not a... I don't have a very sharp eye for seeing... what's wrong with the color, which is like why I got that gray card, so I can have a gray to kind of try to balance it out a little bit. And I bought like a really expensive monitor so I could have like a very accurate monitor without it having to be fully calibrated, because I don't need it to be 100% calibrated, because I'm not making movies as a living. I'm doing it for TikTok and YouTube and stuff, so it's like I just need a fairly accurate color. But I don't know how to do more than, like, how to make it look good, because it just doesn't look good in my eyes. And yeah, it's annoying. It's really annoying. Hours 43 minutes. Okay, not bad. But yeah, I need to learn how to do that, because I like a lot of saturation. I like things to be very saturated, very like contrasty. I like the bold look, but I have been very attracted by that softer, more artistic look, and I really want to try that. So there's something I gotta do in this room for sure. I gotta do something in this room for sure. Oh, maybe I can like throw this down there? Is there an opening? Can I break this maybe? There we go. Bit of a quiet stream today, so I'm probably not going to go for much longer. I don't really want to overdo it. 3 hours I think is good. But I also want to eat. I'm hungry. Ooh. Nope. No, I don't like that noise. I don't like that noise. There probably is. I don't even know what to look up. Like, I've tried, like, how do you, like, color grade and all that kind of stuff, but I never, well, the ones that I find for color grading are always like, oh, you're going to add a little bit of teal in the shadows and orange on this. And, like, I'm like, okay, but how did you make it look soft and nicely artistic before the color grading? No gaming with the hubby. That's okay. Sometimes you just need to sleep, right? Sleeping is good. I'm a little bit tired, but not sleepy. My butt hurts from sitting here. I did a lot of sitting yesterday, so my butt is really sore today. I also did a lot of sitting at the theater when we went to the opera, and my butt hurts from that too. Okay. Pretty sure I got a note about how to fix this thing, right? Did I read this? Oh, I didn't read this. Right? I didn't read this? Okay, boys, I've come to have a word with you myself, but I'd come to have a word with you myself, but I've got more important things to do than piss about making sure you're all doing your jobs properly. Now, I know there's a certain amount of camaraderie between you lot, playing pranks and jokes on each other. It comes with the territory, and that's fine. So as long as you don't add me to your list, and that's fine, so long as you don't add me to your list. God knows you need something to keep you entertained down here. However, you all know full well that Penrose has some very deep-seated issues with this height. So anyone who thought it'd be a good idea to sabotage his generator and then hide all the spare fuses on the top shelf in the storeroom would quite nearly need his head examined. You get me? In other news, Jones, I want that inventory done yesterday. And the rest of you, it's not all fun and games, you hear? On a serious note, another radio's gone missing, and you'd better hope to God that means one of you lost it, because stealing ain't a pretty word in my book. It's the third one this month, which means the amnesty on coming clean is fast coming to a close. Then there will be repercussions. Got it? What's strange is you're all supposed to be working in pairs, so nobody should be able to get their hands on a radio without the other spotting it. Then when I find out who is responsible, I'm gonna find out who they got away with it. So how they got away with it so long. Then I'm gonna fling them out into the snow and leave them there. They'll just disappear into the night. Just like all those radios. Harvard, lead foreman. Did I pick up the fuses? I saw them, but I didn't pick them up, did I? No, of course I didn't. I don't even know what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. I don't have anything. I'm probably going to have to run to the grocery store. I don't want to go to the grocery store, but I'm probably going to have to go there. Oh, so annoying. I hate that the camera is blocked by the microphone stand. I'm going to get the machine running, and then I think I'm going to call it quits for the day, guys, because I'm getting tired. I am getting tired. There it is. I can see it, I just can't reach it. Ha! Got it. I already forgot where I was supposed to go. I get so disoriented so easily. Nope, that's not where I want to go. It's always so creepy when you hear that. There it is. All right. Let's just get the machine running and then we'll be done for the day. Was not the most, it was not the most, I don't know, dude. How am I supposed to know how it's gonna work? I'm just, like, doing stuff, man. Don't nag me that things don't make sense. You need to figure it out. What kind of, like, creative dude are you if you can't figure out where things go? Telling me that, how am I supposed to get that to work? I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay. Do the notes tell me, maybe? Nope. Wrong. Oh, I guess not. I guess I don't have a... No, there's no way to do this. It's just figure it out, I guess. Oh wait, there's a code. Or maybe it's not a code. I don't know. I remember reading about how, like, oh, you're supposed to do these things in this order. Where's the fuse box? Diddle-ding. Okay. There it is. You taking the phone with you to bed? Ooh, are we gonna all have fun tonight? Yes. Exciting night. What instructions? I don't see the instructions. Where were the instructions? Tell me the instructions. Oh, it'll turn back off. Or did it turn off because I got it wrong? There. Try again. One last time. Nope. And then it reset again? Okay, so it does turn off. So then what are the instructions? I don't remember the instructions. Oh. I know we saw the instructions. I can't remember where we saw the instructions. Oh, wait, is this it? Ha, there it is. Okay. So 1, ensure the area surrounding equipment and personnel in case of overheating. Connect, confirm secondary flow by turning the appropriate valve. Okay. So secondary flow. What are these? Flow. Okay, that didn't help. I'm just going to take a picture of it so I don't have to keep opening it up over and over again. Okay. Ensure the area surrounding the 7G is clear of equipment and personnel in case of overheating. Okay, is there any equipment over here I need to get rid of? I don't see any equipment in the way. No equipment in the way, right? Bunch of wires, but I think that's part of it. No equipment. Okay, we're clear. Connect and confirm secondary flow by turning the appropriate valve. Now, either the secondary flow is this, because it's the second one to this, or secondary is this, because it's 2. I'm going to go with 2. Turn on the cooling system to avoid overheating. This looks like steam. Cooling system. What would be cooling? Man, I really can't tell what these things are. Let's do this one. Because it's like heat rising from a hot road, maybe? Like that kind of looks like sizzling heat. I don't know. Then begin the grease flow. Turn on main valve and confirm primary flow. I don't know. Nope. I'm too tired to be any help. No, it's okay. It's okay, we win. It doesn't tell me more after that, right? It just stops there. Yeah, it doesn't tell me more. Okay. So ensure the surroundings. Connect and confirm the secondary flow by turning the appropriate valve. Okay, so it's the only option we have. Secondary flow. This has to be because it's 2, right? Turn on the cooling system to avoid overheating. What's cooling? Is this cooling? Release the excess steam. Is there a steam release button? I don't see a steam release button. Where's the to let out the steam? I don't know. Is this steam coming out being released? Begin the grease flow. And then turn main valve and confirm primary flow. And then pull the main lever. There it is. We got it. I did it. I did it. Whew. That was really hard to figure out, but I got it. Feels like I'm leaving energy for just a moment, but not hovering around. It's like I go someplace. What are these things? Okay. Well, that was fun, even though I spent a good chunk of the stream trying to figure out my sound. I don't know if I'm going to be live tomorrow. Stop moving, microphone. The stand isn't very happy with this microphone. The microphone's too heavy. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. The plan... I need to edit my Minecraft videos, so maybe I won't stream tomorrow. supposed to see Kendra tomorrow too, so maybe I'll edit my Minecraft video and then I'll be live the next day. She's coming over here the next day, so I don't have to drive, so I can stay live a little bit longer the next day. Me too. I like chatty streams. I like chatty streams. It was a really quiet stream today. The last stream there was like 10 concurrent viewers. But yeah, we had like 7 or 8 on the vertical stream for a little bit, but then it like died down to nothing. So yeah, well, whatever, what can you do? But yeah, so I'm probably not going to stream tomorrow. I want to edit that Minecraft video and then I'll stream the next day. So Thursday I'll be live. And then I'll probably be live Friday because definitely not going to see Kendra Friday. So I'll be live Friday. So Thursday, Friday will be the next 2 streams. And I'm hoping so, Night Owl. I'm a little bit concerned because I'm on the end of the video. All I had to do was go to the Nether and collect the resources that I needed. But I didn't talk a whole bunch because it was just traveling. Like there wasn't much to say. So I'm hoping that I have enough footage of me talking to be able to edit like a 15 to 20 minute video. And then the final video is me going to the fortress, whatever it's called, to get to the end to fight the dragon. If not, I'm going to try editing it tomorrow. And if not, I might sit down and record the end of the video and just make this next video the final video. I haven't decided yet. Yeah. And now I'm just debating what I want my next video to be. I have a couple of ideas for the next series. I just haven't decided between the 2. But yeah, it should be pretty straightforward. It should be pretty easy because I only have an hour now, 2 hours of footage to go through, so it should be fairly quick. But yeah, that's the plan. I'll be live Thursday, Friday, and then yeah, that'll be that. I don't know what we'll play. We'll see what kind of mood I'm in. I gotta find a different game to play. I'm sick of Pal World already, and maybe we'll continue with Penumbra next time or Resident Evil. I haven't decided yet. I don't know. We'll see what I feel like. But yeah, that's everything. Thank you everybody for being here. I really appreciate you all coming to hang out and spending some time with me. And yeah, I will see you all in a couple of days. All right, everybody. I will see you later. Have yourselves a great day. See you later, everybody. Take care.